it's a good thing or a bad thing. It's not as if I usually do bad things in public anyway. But then, should I change this my mindset or continue like this? I don't even know which way to go. I'll give it back to you. But I think this is specific to Japan. And it's not really a change for me because the default setting in my head is always be Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I am Akunna, a Nigerian living and studying in Japan. So today guys, this video is about the changes I've noticed so far since I moved to this country. But before I start, have you subscribed? Have you really subscribed? Please, if you have not, just click that subscribe button on your screen. Thank you. So guys, like I said earlier, the video is about the changes I've noticed so far since I moved here. Just like we all know, living in a country, a very different one from where you're coming from, with different culture, is definitely going to change you in some ways. It's likely to change your personality and your perceptions about life. You might experience a big change or a little change. It depends on you and maybe where you move to. So here's my list. The number one would be my idea of friendship. You know, back home, there's usually this strong bond for me when I make friends. We grow from friends to sisters, so I hold friendship in very high regards. But here in Japan, I noticed that my idea of friendship has really changed. Like, friendship is like a temporary thing to me, so I don't really get attached to people like I would if I was back home. And I think it's because since most of my friends, basically since I'm a foreigner, so most of my friends are usually foreigners. Maybe those who came to study or those who just have a temporary stay. So at the end of the day, they either go back to their home country or they move to another country. So I end up not getting attached to them, and probably when they leave, you know, communications just stop and you just move on with your life. So I noticed that my idea of friendship has really changed. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Should I change this my mindset or continue like this? I don't even know which way to go. The next one would be being mindful of my behavior in public. It's not as if I usually do bad things in public anyway. But there's this consciousness in me these days. I don't know why, but I think it's basically because I'm different from others. So I'm always like conscious of not doing things that would either make people to just stare at me or things like that. Also, being in Japan, where people think of the next person more than they think of themselves, like you really have to do things that wouldn't affect the next person. So it makes you like a bit too conscious. In my word, I think I'm being too conscious than I would have been normally if I was back home. How about my social life, guys? I think that's the part of me that has experienced the most dramatic change. Like, imagine being on the low end of the ambivert spectrum, and then you're doing all the whole hard work, trying to put yourself out there the more, and then all of a sudden, poof, you're struggling, trying not to hit the lowest end of the introvert spectrum. I don't even know what to do. Like, may all my labor not be in vain. Honestly, guys, these days, checking up on friends and catching up on things that would, usually interest me, it's like work, it's like hard labor. I kid you not, it's a struggle. I think I just have to keep making, conscious efforts to pull myself back up. All thanks to COVID, all the fun activities, and social stuff that usually organized by the African community and church has been put on hold to God knows when. So let me know in the comment section, guys. Are you usually this bubbly, energetic person, fun-loving, and then all of a sudden you move abroad and you don't realize what your social life has done to you? I'd like to read your thoughts in the comment section. The next would be living comfortably in small spaces. This one used to scatter my head. I never believed I would be comfortable living in a small space. Because in Nigeria, our houses are big, but in Japan, the opposite is the case. And this is because Japan is obviously a small island, so they're trying as much as they can to maximize their land. And the country is quite dense in terms of population, so you just have to maximize space as much as you can to accommodate both the locals and the residents. So the houses are quite small, but I don't know how I've adapted, and that's even the one that is scratching my head. I'm even liking it. Because if you look at it from a positive side, it saves you money in terms of buying furniture, because you just have a very little space. You just need to put one or two things and the whole place is set up. Unlike if you have a very large area, you have to think of how to fill in this side, fill in that side, and just make the whole place not to look too empty. But now I'm loving this new lifestyle. I can't believe this. So the next one will be trust. Honestly, if you know me too well, you know that I am very careful and cautious with things. But here in Japan, I just tend to no, I don't tend to. But if I forget things anywhere, I don't feel bothered. I don't feel disturbed by like, oh, I need to rush back to the place and pick it up, or just give up on the thing. No, I just feel relaxed because I know that if I go back there, I'll find it. Even if it's not there, just ask the security or maybe go to the lost item center. They will give it back to you. But I think this is specific to Japan, and it's not really a change for me because the default setting in my head is always be mindful of your things, always watch out for your belongings anywhere you are. So it's just a temporary maybe mindset change because I'm in Japan. The next one will be appreciating little things. When you're in your home country, you just take things for granted. Like things like making your hair. What's there now? You make your hair, after a few weeks you lose it, you make another one. You just, keep vibing, you just keep looking good, taking care of yourself. These are the things we take for granted. Here, I've seen that the struggle is real. Speaking about struggles, Seth, I think I have to make a video on its own about that. I don't take things for granted anymore. I appreciate very little things, like making my hair. Because finding someone to make your hair is a struggle. So when you find someone, you just have to appreciate the person and appreciate your hair as well and take care of it so it would last until the person has the time and you book your next appointment. Even when it comes to spices, the way I maximize using my spices when I'm cooking, so it will last from you. So back in Nigeria, of course, this aren't big deal to me, but now they are a very big deal. Honestly, I'm telling you guys. So guys, are you living abroad? Have you noticed any changes so far in you? Or are you living abroad and maybe you went back home and realized that you've changed? Please let me know in the comment section what has changed for you and where are you living and where did you move to? Also, even if you're not living abroad, do you have like a loved one who is living abroad and maybe recently you've noticed they've changed? What do you think has changed in them? Please let me know in the comment section. This is the end of it for me. Please don't forget to like, subscribe and share this video if you enjoyed it. Thank you.